All right, so Fender has released a PAC-MAN Telecaster, and this is perfect to talk about for the channel. I talk about guitars, I've done video game music covers, so this is a slam dunk. This is excellent. I've been living under a rock, so I want to thank iDuncan for sharing this on the Discord. So let's talk about it, and I'll play you a little song at the end. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by any brands or anything. I do not have a relationship with Fender at this time. So the guitar, the looks. Let's talk about the looks first. And look at that. It's the Pac-Man video game with the maze walls, the blue borders, with Pac-Man, with everything. You've got Pac-Man, you've got the cherry power-up, you've got the 4 ghosts, Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. And you have the dots, which are called Pac dots, and you've got the giant power-up dots, which are called power pellets, energizers. You know, the thing that lets you eat the little ghosts. So you have that whole layout on the front of the guitar, on the face of it. It's very clear and obvious what you're getting here. And you know what? That's pretty cool. I really like the nostalgia. Pac-Man was one of the first games I played. It's a bit before my time, but I've still played it. I do notice the pickguard has that border around it. I'm pretty sure it's 3-ply, so it's got the white in the middle, and you can see it. And normally I really like the look of that, but on this, I think it kind of interrupts the whole thing they're trying to show you here. It interrupts the whole Pac-Man scene. Of course, it's a Telecaster, and you'd want to kind of know it's a Tele, but from the shape of the body, it's pretty obvious what it is. So I personally think that's a bit of a miss, but you know, it's subjective. Everyone online is going to have their own opinion about it. Do you like it? I don't know, let me know. And then there's the headstock, which is painted black on the front. Very cool, very classy. You flip around to the back, it says Fender X Pac-Man, and it has the Bandai Namco branding on it. That's kind of neat they put something there. You're really not expecting anything to be there. So overall, I think it's pretty unmistakable what this guitar is. I have to say it is pretty odd that they put the word Fender on the front of it, on the body, in the corner by where the strap button is. It already says Fender on the headstock. Why did you have to interrupt the whole Pac-Man level design with the word Fender? Everyone knows the Telecaster is made by Fender. Of course, there's 1,003,000,000,000,000 knockoffs of a Tele, but when you think of a Telecaster, the very first brand you think of is Fender. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Who doesn't know Fender makes the Tele? And then, of course, we have to talk about the numbers displayed on it. They look like years. You've got 1946, you've got 1980, and you've got 2026. I think I'm going to just repeat what everyone else is saying online. 2026 is this year. 1980 is when Pac-Man was released, when it came out. And then 1946, I'm pretty sure, was when Fender was founded. But now let's talk about the specs of the guitar itself. And it is a Player II Telecaster, pretty much just with Pac-Man on the front of it, with the Pac-Man level on the front of it. So it's going to be a made in Mexico Telecaster, just with an upcharge because of how it looks. It's got the Alder body, and you can see the bridge saddles. They're the individual saddles, so if you're trying to do some very detailed intonation, fantastic. It has a Rosewood fretboard with a 9.5-inch radius and rolled edges because it's a Player II Telecaster. And they're saying it has a synthetic bone nut. And the neck profile is the modern C, so I'm a fan of that when it comes to Telecasters. Of course, it's pointless to compare it to an Ibanez neck, you know, the flat and thin. It's apples and oranges, so I'm not going to talk about that. I know I usually talk about Ibanez guitars on this channel. But the modern C, to me, at least, I'm a fan of it. If you're not a fan of it, that is okay too. You know, these are tools for making music. If you have one thing you prefer over the other to accomplish playing guitar, you know, power to you. And then the pickups, it says it has the Player Series Alnico V single coils, so they're true single coils, no noise canceling or anything, is what it is. Talking about if noise canceling or true single coils are better or not is out of scope of this video. And then it looks like it has those vintage style tuners too. If you like those, great. 22 frets are always welcome. It says it has the medium jumbo frets and a 25.5-inch scale length, which is my favorite scale length. And it does come with a gig bag, and for the price it better. Surprised it doesn't come with the case. But maybe I'm not surprised. Maybe this is just the world we live in. You also get a 3/16 Allen key. Fantastic. So under the Pac-Man decoration, it really is a Fender Player II Telecaster. You really can just use it. But now let's talk about the price. So this is listed at $1,099.99 USD. And the website Fender.com is claiming it's made to order and it's shipping mid-August. So for this price, I'm pretty sure you're paying about $50 more than a Player II modified Telecaster. So you're getting just the Player II Telecaster, but without the noiseless pickups and whatever else they put on the modified Tele. So of course you can get this if you're a huge fan of Pac-Man or 80s arcade nostalgia in general. And so then it's the question of if you want to put playing wear on this or not if you're getting it. Because if you don't care about how it looks, well, you're probably not buying this guitar anyway. But it does look very cool, so you got to ask yourself, are you going to play it only at shows, or are you going to play it only at home, show it in videos? What are you going to be using this guitar for? How much playing wear do you want to put on it? Would I play this guitar? And yes, I would. It's a functional Telecaster. I'm pretty sure it works just fine. I'm sure it sounds just fine. It sounds like a Tele would. I'm sure it does all the Telecaster things. Will I buy this guitar? And the answer is no. I love video games. I love playing them. I do like talking about them. Obviously, I like video game music. I've done a bunch of video game music covers, which are on all major streaming services like Spotify, shameless plug. But I do already have a Telecaster now, and if I think about it, I would feel less bad about putting playing wear and dings and dents and all that kind of scratches and stuff on this guitar versus a Pac-Man guitar where the whole point is to see the Pac-Man on it, to see the video game, to see the character, all those things. I wouldn't want any damage on that, but on something like this, I think it's a beautiful guitar, but I wouldn't be as upset if this gets dinged or dented. But that's just me. What do you think? Are you going to get this guitar? Are you looking for something with better value? Like, would you just get a Player II Telecaster if you were looking for a made in Mexico Telecaster? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Of course, to continue the discussion, join the Discord, stream my music, of course. And now it's time to play a little song. Am I going to play the Pac-Man song? Well...